Hi everybody, welcome back to Crypto Events Announcements. My name is Eugene Romanenko. I'm your Crypto MC, and please welcome my today's upcoming guest. He is Pavel Kravchenko from Kyiv, Ukraine, the famous, well-known founder of Distributed Lab. He has just successfully finished his conference, Blockchain UA. He is just resting, and he will also be the distinguished speaker of the Chainpoint Networking Conference hosted in Armenia, in Yerevan, in October 14 and 15 by Evgeny Rushanyan and his brilliant Armenian Blockchain Noor Association team. So, Pavel, it's a great pleasure to have you on the interview.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be on your conference, Eugene.
For those guys who don't know who you are, who may be not familiar with you, yes, they are existing in the world. Can you please give a bit intro, tell about yourself and what are you working on in the industry?
Okay. My background is information security. I have a PhD in cryptography. I used to be a developer, C++, mobile development. I went to Silicon Valley in 2014. I joined Stellar. I used to work there, and I worked in Singapore for another startup. And end of 2014, I founded Distributed Lab, which has a mission to build financial internet. And we see this as a very simple thing. It's like when all accounting systems use the same language of communication between each other. It's not a global blockchain between everybody. It's rather many independent systems interact. And we're building software for that. We are selling our product. It's like token deprocessing, which allows companies to digitize their assets and connect their legacy systems to a digital world.
Why did you decide to share your ideas and huge experience in Yerevan at the Chainpoint Networking Conference?
Yeah, that will be my first time in Armenia. That's amazing. So would love to come and really meet the local community.
We really love Crypto Armenia too, and for master speakers, that will be the first time in Crypto Armenia. So they are just be ready and preparing for that experience. What topics and issues will you specifically be covering during your speech in Armenia?
I'll be covering topics of what is digitization, true digitization of assets, because we hear about this topic a lot, but people don't really know what it is and how it should be done right. So we'll be covering questions like how to digitize assets in a manner that it's comfortable to work with them and it's not limiting others to join the ecosystem. So we see that a lot in blockchain space. When one group of people says, join our blockchain, use our native token, another group says the same, but token is obviously different. So I will be advocating that there's a few simple steps should be made from the government side or even corporate side to digitize assets. First is to recognize digital identity and allow users to use digital signature to initiate transfer of the certain asset. The second is that these assets, these registries should have open API, so users can initiate these transfers using digital signature. And the third is that certain information should become public and certain private, but integrity should be controlled. So that's the foundation, so it can work on blockchain. And then it doesn't really matter which system you're using, it will work. So that's like three key points.
Well, you have been observing the industry in recent years. From your viewpoint as an experienced insider, what are the main trends right now in the crypto industry, blockchain industry worldwide?
I would divide them in two parts. First is pure cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin is gaining traction, and more people really need that. So Bitcoin will be in a good position anyway. Although there are many speculation around, etc. And the altcoins, I don't really believe that there will be many good news because they don't have a really big advantage over Bitcoin. That's my personal opinion. But obviously there are a lot of innovations coming from this space which can be acquired either by enterprise world or by Bitcoin. And from the other side, from enterprise perspective, we will have to digitize all the assets in the world. And this makes sense. And we see currently that retail assets are being digitized and securities. that's two topics where users have the biggest inconvenience. So money already digital, yeah, there are many hurdles, but mainly it works. With securities, it's really, it's a lot of paper-based processes. It's much slower than money. And retail assets, that's where you don't need any regulation, like tickets, loyalty bonuses, gift cards, almost no regulation. And users expect to have like Uber-like experience. No phone calls, no bookings, voice, etc.
Although our industry is borderless, I always used to ask speakers from different countries about the crypto sites of their countries. For those guys who may be not familiar with Crypto Ukraine, could you please tell us a bit, what is Crypto Ukraine? What are things, how the things are going on there in your country?
Ukraine is pretty active in this space. So you know that there are many developers, hundreds of thousands, and many involved in blockchain space. And every fourth startup in the world has Ukrainian developers, blockchain startup or roots. So we do have good community. It gathers regularly. So I'm organizer of Blockchain UA, which is the biggest conference and the longest history. So I know pretty much everybody and trying to again bring new people so they hear the opinions, they like see the future.
So we are very happy that Ukraine is running very well in the blockchain industry. But let's go back to Armenia. Whom will you recommend to visit Chainpoint 19 conference in Yerevan? What type of person will mostly benefit from attending this conference, by your opinion?
I think that will be very interesting for an enterprise sector and for government sector. So that's my opinion.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are finding that useful for your business, if you are in that blockchain industry or in not blockchain industry, if you have never been in Crypto Armenia or personally want to meet Pavel, please attend Chainpoint 19 conference in Yerevan, Armenia, October 14 and 15. Find the link below. Use your promo code Romanenko at CP19 for a 20% ticket discount. And please visit cryptomc.com and find your promo codes for the next events. We can also, by the way, meet with you there. Subscribe on my Facebook page and YouTube channel, and stay tuned for next speakers interviews. Pavel Kravchenko, Kyiv, Ukraine, the founder of Distributed Lab, Eugene Romanenko with you. Thank you for watching. See you in October 14 and 15 in Yerevan, Armenia, and Chainpoint 19 conference. Stay tuned, stay crypto, and thank you, Pavel.
Thanks.